Hello, welcome back to part 3 and really figuring out what products, what services are going to help you reach your goals for your life, because I am a huge proponent of really making sure that you know why you're doing what you're doing. And ultimately, if you're working hard, I want you to get the results that you want to get and have a nice time at the same time. Okay, so number 1 today is all about creating offerings and services that really suit your personality. And this is about really spending some time in what that looks and feels like to you and making some decisions around it. I think sometimes the trends online can speak really loudly to us, and they say, we're going to do this thing and this is really in and this is the easiest way to make the money right now. But it's that sense of making sure that things are personalized to you. So I often think about it when people say, oh, we just had the most fantastic holiday at this place. Oh, it was brilliant. It was so great. And then you might think, oh, I'm going to book that. I'm going to book that. That place sounds nice. And then you get there and then you find out various parts of the details don't actually work for you. They're not your idea of a good holiday. And I think that's something that comes up a lot with trends, is that sometimes people say like, you know, do you remember when there was a time with social media when they're like, you have to post at 7:30 at night, like that is the most optimal time to post. And then the pandemic hit and lots of us were online all of the time, and then some of us were like, I need to get offline and have a break, and then suddenly the algorithm turned upside down and nobody knew what they were doing or what it was all about. So this is a really good one to think about in terms of your personality. And this is about thinking how you work best. What feels really good? When do you feel like you can deliver good energy? And what choices do you need to make around that? The second one is, what about your lifestyle? What's important to you in your life? Are you somebody that is available every single night and flexible, that you maybe can make lots of different choices and that you're not limited or bound by anything else? Or maybe like me, you have small children who need to get to bed, and the idea of having to definitely do something at 7 o'clock every single night, that just would not work at the moment, because I already have a commitment at 7 o'clock at night, and that is putting my children to bed. Now, once every so often, sometimes I'll go out and I'll do a sometimes I'll go out, sometimes I'll go out and do a speaking gig or something like that. But for the most part, I am at home putting my children to bed around that time. And so when you're thinking about offering and putting together things, make sure it works for you. Because I've tried it, you know, I've tried being in the other room and I can hear one of them crying or one of them getting out of bed or one of them shouting, mummy. It feels really stressful. It feels a lot, and it doesn't make me feel like I can concentrate on what I'm doing. So ask yourself those big questions about what does your lifestyle require. Finally, on this one, I want you to think about what is important to you and really go back to your value system on this. Once again, I think we can be swayed by what experts tell us in our industry. And I think that we have much more agency than maybe we try and convince ourselves otherwise, or other people want us to not have agency. So we buy and we do X, Y, and Z. But I want you to think about what is important to you. So you can build these offerings and these services with integrity and not do that thing which I was saying is like promise the world but only actually have half an hour with somebody. Because lots of times things do take a little bit more time. I know we can be efficient. I know we can hack and be productive and all of those sorts of things. but give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Give yourself more time and space than maybe you think, and be prepared to go a bit slower, for example. So I want you to think about what is important to you. How can you be in integrity? And what would be really, really useful? This will come from really getting to know your ideal client and really meeting them where they are at. I think sometimes on paper, we can think, well, this would be great if they could do X, Y, and Z. Like sometimes I've seen these things, fitness for new mums, for example. And they're like, come to this boot camp at 5 a.m. every single morning for the next 2 weeks. And this is suitable for people who are 3 months postpartum. Well, with the best will in the world, 5 a.m., unless somebody's coming to your house, and even then you have to go, you have to get up and open the door and actually do something. That might look good in terms of delivering the service and getting results, but it's not really considering the target audience. It's not really considering their value system. And I know that 5 a.m. moment sometimes, especially when my kids were really little, they would maybe wake up at 4 or something. And if I could get that moment where they go back to sleep and then sleep till, we all slept till 6:30, that was amazing. I mean, often it didn't work and then we were awake from like 4:30 or 5 or something silly. But it's a really interesting one where this is about you stepping into your expert status and really looking at the whole picture of your ideal client. It may be that something would give the result if done in this way, but if it's not practical for the person, if it's not sustainable, they're never going to do it. And therefore, you're not going to be able to deliver the excellence. So I hope that's been useful. The best place to go in associated with this little mini series is your personal brand plan. So go and check it out, nickyraby.com/programs. It's there. Have a look. And it will really help you to piece together these offerings. Think about your online client. Think about your online content. And also, if you want help pricing and packaging, go to the money section of my website, nickyraby.com/money. That is another great place to try. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And I'll see you in the next one for part 4. See you then.